Hello and welcome to the Patriot Connection. I'm Taylin Holt.
And I'm Rowan Gillespie. It's hard to believe that it's already time to start thinking about what classes to take for the 2025-2026 school year. No matter your grade level, scheduling can be stressful and confusing. However, Wheeling Park students are fortunate to have our counselors, teachers, and administrators who are always here to help. Wheeling Park's Associate Principal, Mrs. Richards, says it is important to take scheduling seriously.
Believe it or not, students are only with us for 4 years, and that is 8 semesters worth of class. And of course, you have the graduation requirements that you want to choose that specifically fit your skills and your knowledge set. But you want to take advantage of all the opportunities that you have here with the number of electives that we have. So you kind of want to plan out those 8 semesters to make sure that you experience and get some knowledge and skills that best suit for whatever your plans are for after high school.
Wheeling Park's curriculum is one of the many things that help set our school apart from others. Our school offers close to 300 different classes that has something for everyone.
Whether you are a college-bound student majoring in pre-med, or if you are a student that wants to go straight into the military, or a student that wants to go straight into a trade, we have courses here to help you prepare to make you successful in your future.
With such a wide array of classes, it's easy to experience the park. When you are scheduling your classes, it's always good to take advice from upperclassmen.
I would say get your credits out the way and don't wait until the end of your senior year to do it.
So get your required credits done first, and then you can take what you want afterwards.
Only take a lunch if you think you'll truly need like a break within the day. Otherwise, take as many classes as you can.
Remember, our school counselors will meet with each student to determine which course offerings and requirements are best for us. When meeting with our counselors, make sure to be open and honest about the classes that you are interested in and those that are not. When we walk out these doors, we don't want to have any regrets.
I regret not taking AP Human Geo. I went to Euro, but I feel like I should have given Human Geo a chance too.
I wish I would have taken up AP Chem being offered.
My sciences earlier, that way I could have gotten them done before my senior year.
Remember, all teachers have a list for when each student will schedule. Current sophomores will schedule next, and juniors will schedule the week of the 24th.
February is not only the month of love, it's also the month to celebrate our passion for career and technical education. Patriot Connection reporter Emily LaFlamme explains.
Throughout February, we raise awareness of the role that career and technical education, better known as CTE, plays in our students' lives. Our programs teach students the skills they need to explore and pursue meaningful and well-paying careers. Whether you're learning how to operate a camera or working under the hood of a car, students who participate in career and technical education classes learn technical skills they need for the real world and future careers. Wheeling Park High School's Career and Technical Education Department offers 18 CTE programs that make up 15 companies. Each of those companies are part of the simulated workplace where students gain hands-on experiences in a real-world setting. Mr. Doyle is an assistant principal at Wheeling Park High School and is our new CTE director this year.
Whether it's like maintenance on my own vehicles or how to cook, and I think there's a lot of just life skills, knowing how to budget your finances. There's just so much that goes into it, and it's important, I think, that everybody leaves here with just a small piece of that with them.
Career and technical education programs provide students with hands-on learning experiences that require them to think differently, understand career opportunities, and test skills they will need for the real world. Studies show that students involved in a CTE program in high school are often well prepared for the specialized challenges of college and the workforce. Students and staff in our CTE department agree that our programs prepare them for life.
I'm in Patriot Garage and I took this class because I wanted to learn how to work on my own car.
Accounting, business finance, entrepreneurship, and personal finance. I think any students that's considering going into business, whether directly out of high school or going on to a 2-year or 4-year college, the classes that we teach here provide a great foundation to start in any of those paths. So you kind of get ahead of the game and prepare yourself for your future.
I'm in the ag program, and I took it my freshman year because I knew that I wanted to do something with agriculture, but it's really helped me to hone my skills towards a certain goal.
I am part of Park Inc. We teach marketing classes. We also teach entrepreneurship. Both of those clusters or programs will provide a student with the information they need to either be college ready or to be industry ready. A lot of our students will get into advertising, real estate. They can get into starting their own small business, even get into management in different industries. So we provide them with enough hands-on experience through classes that they can provide that marketing function and some of those small business management functions so they can do their job.
I think it'd be fun and it'd be something different.
I take his class because both my parents took his class, and I enjoy working on cars and with them.
Our culminating event for CTE month is our CTE Open House. It is held in conjunction with All About Park and is slated for Thursday, February 20th. Reporting for the Patriot Connection, I'm Emily LaFlamme.
Parents, students, and community members are invited to stop in our CTE classrooms on February 20th to see our students in action.
We're back with more faculty and staff introductions. Patriot Connection reporter Marcus Ludoff introduces us to members of Wheeling Park's English Language Arts Department.
Wheeling Park High School's English and Language Arts Department is home to well over a dozen teachers. Dr. Remick has been working at Wheeling Park for 10 years and has been the department chair for 4. He says that in addition to the core classes, his department offers a wide variety of electives.
For a good while now, we've offered mythology, creative writing, Shakespeare, and journalism yearbook. And then 2 or 3 years ago, we actually added 5 new ones. We launched journalism newspaper. We did YA lit. We did Gothic and horror lit. We did fantasy, and we did film studies, which actually counts as a fine art credit.
Other members of the English and Language Arts Department include Miss Accord, Mrs. Conley, Miss DeSantis, Mrs. Draginski, Mrs. Johnson, Miss Mosca, Mrs. Shreby, Miss Schreiner, Mrs. Weir, Mrs. White, Mrs. Yost, and Miss Umbrennan. Wheeling Park students are required to have 4 full credits in English and Language Arts to graduate. Reporting for the Patriot Connection, I'm Marcus Ludoff.
Thank you so much to the teachers for letting us into your classrooms.
Before we go to our break, it's time for Park TV Trivia with Patriot Connection reporter Nolan Yanchak.
It's Valentine's week and love is in the air. What better way to celebrate than by watching a romantic movie? This week's question is, in the movie Sleepless in Seattle, where do Tom Hanks and Meg Ryan meet face to face for the first time? Was it A, at the top of the Space Needle, B, at the top of the Empire State Building, or C, at PNC Park? We'll have the answer when we come back.
I'm nervous for high school could be,
I'm excited for what's next.
What if I'm scared to start over became, this will be an awesome 4 years?
What if this high school is so big means there are countless opportunities?
When you make the decision to attend Wheeling Park High School, you commit to something amazing. The only thing missing is...
Me.
Me.
Join us at All About Park, the official tour for 8th graders interested in becoming future patriots.
What does Main Street Bank mean to you?
Well, Main Street has extended hours every business day, and they're open most holidays. Their new checking and savings accounts are really good. The balance requirement is very low, and they have online bill pay and debit cards right away. Plus, they have no fees or low fees. Great service, higher interest. That's money in the bank. The right bank.
Open your checking and savings account at Main Street Bank. You deserve a bank this good.
Before the break, we asked you, in the movie Sleepless in Seattle, where do Tom Hanks and Meg Ryan meet face to face for the first time? Was it A, at the top of the Space Needle, B, at the top of the Empire State Building, or C, at PNC Park? The answer is B, at the top of the Empire State Building. The Empire State Building is a 102-story Art Deco skyscraper in New York City.
Americans are expected to spend over $28 billion this Valentine's Day. Patriot Connection reporter Claire DeMasi tells us what people will buy on February 14th.
Whether you're shopping for a gift for your significant other or even your mother, deciding what to get somebody can be a struggle. Wherever you look, you see stores filled with candy, flowers, and all things heart-related. But how do retailers know how to attract buyers' attention on Valentine's Day? Mr. Turbanek is a business and marketing teacher at Wheeling Park and says that retailers find ways to adjust their marketing strategies by focusing on specific target markets for those different consumers.
If it's a high-end item, then we can focus on different wants and needs versus those that are at a lower budget conscious.
The National Retail Federation, or NRF, released a report at the end of January detailing the most popular gift categories for this Valentine's Day. They include candy, flowers, cards, an evening out, and jewelry. Wheeling Park students and staff tell us what they're getting their loved ones this Valentine's Day.
I'm gonna give my friend one of those heart trays from Chick-fil-A.
As far as what I'm getting my wife, don't tell her. But we're going to New York here in a couple of days, so we haven't really spent a whole lot of money on candy or roses or anything because we're saving money for New York.
Flowers, maybe a couple other gifts.
Flowers and chocolate.
I'm getting my Valentine candy in a card for Valentine's Day.
For Valentine's Day this year, I got just like everything in my house that people love to nerd out about. So I got my husband an X-Men shirt, I got my son a Harry Potter Lego set, and my daughter a Dr. Gabby dollhouse bag, like doctor bag, so that she can fix all of her stuffed animals.
Chocolate and flowers.
I'm going to get London or Valentine's.
If you're somebody who receives jewelry this holiday, you're not alone. The NRF estimates that Americans will spend a whopping $6.5 billion on jewelry this Valentine's Day. Reporting for the Patriot Connection, I'm Claire DeMasi.
It turns out that Americans spent a lot of dough on our furry friends as well on Valentine's Day. Last year, Americans spent over $2 billion on our four-legged loyal companions.
Every year, Americans spend over $2 billion on Valentine's Day. Patriot Connection reporter Donovan Briscoe-Carter explains.
Gifting loved ones with sweet treats is one of our newer traditions for Valentine's Day. It is heart-shaped boxes of chocolate, Hershey's Kisses. Wheeling Park students and staff love a good sweet treat for their special someone.
I'd say my favorite candy is peach ring.
Nerd gummy clusters.
Probably Twix. Reese's Pieces and Reese's Cups.
My favorite candy overall will be the watermelon Sour Patch, but for Valentine's Day, anything chocolate.
My favorite candy would probably have to be Skittles.
It is the Trolley gummy worms.
Mr. Beast Feastables.
Kit Kats.
Jelly beans.
My favorite candy is M&M's.
Twix bars.
I like a lot of candy, but probably my favorite would be stopping at Dairy Queen after practice and getting immense amount of candy in the blizzards. And I try to do that after every practice during the season, depending on the opponent, depending on more times I stop. So if we're playing the wing tee, then I'm going to stop a lot because we got to get that figured out. And don't tell my wife about this. Thank you.
Candy and hearts are the top-selling Valentine's Day candy in the U.S. Reported for the Patriot Connection, I'm Donovan Briscoe-Carter.
It turns out candy hearts, better known as sweethearts, make up over more than 40% of Valentine's Day candy sold every year.
Valentine's Day can be an exciting time when you're in a relationship, but what if you're not? Patriot Connection reporter Will Medovic explains.
There is no need to fear if Cupid's arrow hasn't struck you yet. Valentine's Day isn't just about the one you love. Over 3 in 10 Americans find themselves single on Valentine's Day. However, instead of showing others love, we can take time to love ourselves. If you're feeling blue over all the red, white, and pink, there are many ways around that feeling. Many single Americans actually celebrate Galentine's Day over Valentine's Day. It allows us to reflect on the relationships we have with our friends rather than worrying learning about a romantic relationship. Wheeling Park senior Trinity Kimmons plans a Galentine's Day every year for her and her friends.
So my mom and I have always been really big party planners, but typically we would just do it seasonally. But I actually got the idea from social media, and I was just thinking that it would be something fun to do with, my gal friends. My favorite part is the food. We all get together and bring different types of charcuterie boards, meat and cheese trays, waffle boards, fruit, veggies, just everything. And it's just fun to snack on different things.
If Galentine's isn't your thing, here are a few other ways to get around feeling blue. Number 1, think of all the money you're saving. Without the chocolate, flowers, and dinner, there's some serious cash left in our pockets. Number 2, have a movie night. And no, just because it's V-Day doesn't mean you have to watch rom-coms. Curling up with your favorite movie and staying in can be the best way to cure the blues. And number 3, perform a random act of kindness. When we're feeling down, sometimes the best thing we can do is show love to others. Wheeling Park students explain why it is okay to be single on Valentine's Day.
It's okay to be single on Valentine's Day because it's just like any other day.
Personally, I think that you don't need to share your love with someone else.
I think it's very important to prioritize yourself
because you don't have to spend any money on anybody.
Remember, if you're single on Valentine's Day, it's never the end of the world. By spending time with those we love and showing ourselves love, we can make the most out of this February 14th. Reporting for the Patriot Connection, I'm Will Medovic.
Just because you may not plan on celebrating this Valentine's Day doesn't mean you can't mark the occasion in some way. It's the perfect time to treat yourself to something special or plan a get-together with friends.
Whether it's your main squeeze, celebrity crush, or a furry four-legged friend, everyone has someone we can call Valentine on February 14th. Patriot Connection reporter Michael Tran took the halls of Wheeling Park to find out who your Valentine is.
My Valentine is Grace Tamron.
It's AJ Seals.
And it's my grandma.
My Valentines would be my wife Abby and my son Jet.
Is Jacob Hayes.
It's Lily Hannah.
My Valentine is Bethany Greathouse.
Miss Daler.
It's Jana Shaldinsky. It's Claire McFadden.
My favorite Valentine is my beautiful and lovely wife, Terry Lynn Phillips.
Jordan Combs.
Mandine.
My Valentine is Mr. CJ.
My favorite Valentine is Mr. Freeman.
Odessa Queen.
My Valentine would have to be Parker. He's super excited every time he sees me. He likes to give cuddles, and we spend every day together.
Who's your Valentine?
My Valentine is Alessandra, reporting for the Patriot Connection on Michael Tran.
The name Valentine comes from a Latin word meaning strength.
Now let's take a look at what else is going on at Wheeling Park High School this week.
If you're not participating in a winter sport and want to play softball, please stop by Mr. Chalks' room 306 to pick up a calendar or schedule for softball conditioning. If you have not joined the softball Schoology group, you can join using the code on Schoology.
Week 3 clubs will meet this Friday during activity period.
The end of the third 9-week grading period is March 25th.
Wheeling Park's All About Park and CTE Open House is slated for Thursday, February 20th from 5 until 8. All incoming freshmen and their parents are welcome to come and check out everything that Wheeling Park has to offer.
Wheeling Park recently started a debate club. If you're interested in joining it, see Mrs. Draginski.
The third 9 weeks interim is February 20th.
Girls lacrosse conditioning began last month. You don't need any prior experience required to enjoy the sport. If you're interested in being part of the team, please join the Wheeling Park High School Girls Lax Band app to get updates and the schedule. You can find the link on Schoology.
Make plans to attend this year's Queen of Queens pageant. It will be held on Wednesday, February 19th at 7 p.m. in Wheeling Park's J.B. Chambers Performing Arts Center.
Interested in government and politics? Then you may want to join one of Park's newest clubs, the Youth Leadership Association. It will meet in Miss Richardson's room 349. See her if you are interested.
Miss Farah has started a run club, and it meets week 3 during activity period. See her in room 345A for a club pass.
On the Wheeling Park sports calendar this week, our Lady Patriots basketball team will be on the road this weekend. They will play at Nitro High School on Saturday, February 15th. JV begins at 12:30 and varsity follows at 2. Good luck to all of our Patriots. That's a wrap for this week's Patriot Connection. We're on WLTV 14, 7 days a week at 6:30 a.m., 7 p.m., and 10 p.m. For all of the Patriot Connection reporters, I'm Taylin Holt.
And I'm Rowan Gillespie. Have a great day.